Get it.
This meeting is being recorded.
Oh, what?
And then I'm going to hide me.
You know you can always chime back in, right?
Oh, I totally will.
Okay, good.
I'm in the middle of making sure the kids are eating. So go ahead.
Oh, the kids are all right.
Okay. Hi, Stacy.
Hey, Chelsea.
Listen, I just want to let everybody know I'm fine. Everything's fine, except I'm not fine, and everything's going to crap. I'm freaking out.
Okay, that escalated. Oh, okay, that escalated quickly. So how about we just talk about the good old days, or just anything to calm you down? Dave, please play that track. I'm scared.
Remix.
Hey.
Stacy.
Chelsea!
Happy 200th episode.
Babe, 200 episodes? What?
So that is pretty crazy. Like that, because I can't tell you how many shows that I've been having you don't even understand how many shows don't make it to a 10th episode, let alone a 100th episode, let alone a 200th episode. That's outstanding. You guys it's been a blast having you around, and it's awesome.
Dad.
The Podfather.
Exactly what he wants to be called.
No,
I mean, depends on the chick, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Thanks, Dave.
Of course.
Thank you, Dave. Like, it wouldn't have happened without Podcast Detroit. So thank you.
Seriously.
Yeah, no, it's been a blast. I mean, it's been fun watching you guys from, starting up through like all of the nonsense with oh God, what was that show? Beat Shazam, and all of all your auditions and all that. It's always a good time. It's part of the fun. It's fun having you guys around.
You're a good time.
You're right. It's because you're contagious. Meaning like good time is.
I was like, I don't think you want to call people.
Darn it!
I was gonna grab a drink and make Stacy like drink with me, but I left it downstairs. So there's that plan.
I can't drink with you. 2 days gone by.
Bye, Dave. He's like, oh, we're not.
Right. He's like, I'm done. I didn't sign up for this crap.
So listen, obviously we're still in the middle of the social distancing, the stay home, stay safe. And as much as I'm a big fan of it. Make sure everybody's safe, make sure everybody's well, and flatten the curve, that whole thing.
Right.
Listen, I've got curves.
Girl, quit talking about me when I work out. I'm like, curves flatten.
So we decided that rather than talk about dates, we're going to talk about a certain date.
So it's still a date.
Still a date. We thought maybe, it's 200th episode. Maybe we'll talk about the year 2000.
In the year 2000, year 2000, I
don't think anybody called it Y2K once we were in the year 2000, but like 1999, that's all we said was, oh my gosh, it's the millennium, which if Randy were listening right now, he'd be like, actually.
We miss you, Randy and Ellen and everyone.
We miss you all.
Yes.
So I figured we could start with some like facts about the year 2000.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see. I'm going to wiggle you a little bit, Stacey, so I can see if I can make you louder.
Hey.
Technology and Chelsea, that's my fingers.
Don't always live happily. Chelsea and technology. Hopefully it won't end sadly.
I did a video for a lot of my friends, like kids that are under 5 and under, and I got all their names and their ages, and I sang a couple songs, and I wrote I read a book and all this stuff just to give the parents like 15 minutes of like maybe their attention's being held. And like I wrote the song and I wrote the music for the intro, and then I went to press play and it wouldn't play. And I literally was like, Chelsea doesn't get along with computers. I bet you all get along so much better.
It's true. A lot of people do. When I first started working where I'm at now, which is a tech company, and so like they make like apps and everything in-house. Like I work with a bunch of geniuses, and I'd be like, I can't get my phone to sync with my laptop. Like, can someone help me? They're like, are you kidding me? They're like, we build things. Like, we build websites, we build apps. I'm like, but Bluetooth? What is that? Why is it blue? The worst.
But Wi-Fi. Why?
Wi-Fi, not Wi-Fi, Chelsea. I was like, that's not cute.
Like the Wi-Fi, but why? Wi-Fi. Sorry.
Wireless fidelity.
Listen, before we get into the year 2000, let me tell you what happened today. I went.
Wait, do we need to take care of some business?
Sure.
All right.
Not prepared for it at all, but yes.
That's fine. So you can sing it. It's time for the
Fake name series of the day.
Hey. So the fake name series of the day is what we use to save the shade. So instead of using people's real names, we use names that are from the fake name series of the day to hide their identities. But if they heard these stories,
they know who they are.
They know. So last week, America, Chelsea was like, I really want to do the Tiger King. And I was like, and I gave a super huge eye roll. And I said, I would tell you why it was so huge next week. Well, next week is today. I gave an eye roll because I wanted it to be ER because I'm like, yay, people in the front lines. But the rest of America's like, I want Tiger King. I'm like, I'm over. I'm like, this is what you want.
Listen, Tiger King is so popular that my parents watched it. They didn't just watch it, they watched it in one sitting.
I mean, they're retired. What else did they have to do?
They got done with dinner. They turned it on. I was like, oh, you guys are watching the Tiger King? And they're like, yeah, everyone is. So we're going to.
I've seen the memes that are like, we get it, Janet. You think you're better than everyone else because you refuse to watch it. I'm like, I don't think I'm better than anyone. But also, yes, I do think I'm better.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. So the series we're doing is ER. It was a popular medical show back in the day. There's people on it.
It was actually the number one show in the year 2000.
See, listen, God knew. He was like, we're going to save it for next week for your 200th episode when you talk about the year 2000. You better. Oh, Jesus. Amazing. So that's the series that we're doing. Chelsea, if you need me to give you names, I got you.
Love you. So today I did, our family shopping. I don't let my parents go out because my dad's lungs are not great. And I just said, why go out if you're susceptible? So don't. So I went to Costco today. Well, the way Costco's working, right? So the way Costco's working is like they're only letting people in 20 at a time, and it's as 20 people leave. So I think there's maybe 50 people in the whole store.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's very, very, maybe 100, but like not a lot for Costco.
I always say like part of heaven has to look like Costco because you just walk in and it's just walls and rows of food. And I'm like, I've made it.
Cake.
I'm just saying, get you a sheet cake and whatever else you want. Come on, right? Costco. And when I used to go for work, we'd go right when they would open, and then there would be like this assisted living housing, and all these senior citizens would get off the bus. I'm like, if I'm still single, you bet you believe I'm coming to Costco and getting me a sheet cake and a man. Like, yes, like what, Herb? Okay, let's do it.
This is the thing. His name's not going to be Herb. His name's still going to be freaking Jason or Brian or Devin. Like, it's all...
Devin! Oh, I want a Devin.
It's just going to be a Devin with, like, suspenders and pants too high.
I love it. See, our friends that are like... Right? Like, our friends that have kids right now, they get to, like, dress up their kids as, like, little old men and women and all that other stuff. I'm like, you know what? I'll just give me the actual thing. fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Right.
So I was at Costco. I'm standing in line, and it's been a minute since I've spoke to anyone new. I think that's a lot of people. But I am an extrovert.
What?
So shy, guys. Because I'm an extrovert, I can have a really good conversation with a brick wall. So anyway, they have us all in line where the carts normally are. So, and everything's marked like 6 feet. So we're all standing there and everybody is silent and there's no music. It is the weirdest thing. And then I start laughing because silence makes me uncomfortable. And I'll fill the silence with my voice. And
at least that's pretty.
oh, well, thanks. So
like
so listen, I know I'm at a weird angle, but like if I lower it, then it's like double chin city, and if I tilt it, then it's gonna fall down. So just
why double chin city though? That is a city. That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's got townhouses and apartment complexes.
Listen, it's about to be a buyer's market. Am I right? Am I right?
Right.
Yes.
Right. So I start laughing because it's so quiet. And then this lady made eye contact with me and she started laughing, which I took as a sign of I can talk to you now.
What, best friend?
Yeah, basic. And I was like, hi, I haven't met anyone new in like 4 weeks. How are you? How's this going for you? Are you okay?
What's your family history like? Any pre-existing conditions?
What are you doing? What are you doing at Costco today? So, and she's like, oh yeah, so we're talking, everything's going great. Let's call her something.
We'll call her Susan Lewis.
Ding. So Susan Lewis and I are having a lovely conversation, and like 2 people in front of me, she's on the other side of our 6-foot little wraparound. And then like 2 feet in front of me, there's another woman. Her name is
Elizabeth Corday.
Ding. Let me tell you about Elizabeth Corday. All of a sudden, Elizabeth Corday is spraying down her entire grocery cart. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, that's fine. That makes sense. And then all of a sudden I see everybody who's a little bit closer to Elizabeth Corday, ding. She start going like this. Now, mind you, everyone's wearing masks and they're still like, and I was like, and then my friend Susan, ding, is like, oh, and then it hit me. And I was like, no. So literally, Elizabeth Corday has made the decision, ding, that she's going to spray her entire shopping cart with what could only be described as like Curve cologne from like the early 2000s.
What?
And it is so strong and in this not ventilated area because no humans are normally there because it's normally a place that just shopping carts sit. She sprayed the entire cart. It is so thick. It is so gross. So me, being the introvert that I am, I'm like, not introvert, extrovert. You guys get it.
I get it. You being
you know. So, I kind of love when like my hand disappears from the rest of my body. So
right, I know, right? It's like floating hands. Like if you wore a white shirt, you'd be like a puppeteer, make yourself into a spider.
Right? Like there's like I have my list. I can slowly.
Okay, Wilson.
So I say to Elizabeth, I'm like, oh, Elizabeth, I think that's not cleaner. I think that's cologne. I'm only making it seem like maybe she has cologne and cleaner in her bag and she just grabbed the wrong one and sprayed it 75 times.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm talking like
like I'm choking and I wasn't even there.
Any cologne at that point is bad. Curve from the early 2000s is so much worse. And she literally turned and looked at me and went, yeah, it's got alcohol in it.
Okay, Elizabeth.
To which I was like, oh no, have you gotten to the point that you're cleaning with cologne? Because there's got to be a better option than that. To which Susan thought was freaking hilarious. She's like,
this chick.
Tell her. And everyone else was like, Jesus, what's happening?
Call
Like,
on
I
him.
think, we shouldn't touch strangers, but I think she would have high-fived me. Like,
Long distance high five.
oh, wait, no, this way.
Right? Depends on which way you can see in America. I'm gonna go like this and just, hey.
Oh, that's
Ambidextrous.
So she says this, and everybody kind of laughed, and then she was like, "Alcohol kills germs," and then this other guy, what's his name, Stacey?
Luka Kovac.
Oh, he was good on ER. I loved ER, so.
You couldn't even get the dig out. You're like, oh, yeah. Yes. RER, I didn't watch it, but ER in the 2000s was Grey's Anatomy too when it first came
To
out.
me, now. 15 years ago.
Wow. It was a Jeopardy question. It was like a final Jeopardy question, and I got it right. Oh.
Yeah. He's so smart.
But anyways, sorry. So Luka Kovac.
Ding. He, because she was like, it cleans. And he's like, and he was like, it also kills all of our noses. Thanks.
Dang.
The worst part was every time, like when they finally let us through, we all had to walk through the cloud that was left because there was no air movement. It was insane. No but air. My point of this is, listen, if you think, America, if you think you're doing this quarantine wrong, you are on the side of right up until you start using cologne as a cleaning method.
Man,
also, it's a different kind of alcohol, guys. It's not gonna clean. Just
licensed esthetician, get you one. Mine's name is Chelsea.
Look at you, Stacey's beautiful skin.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
She's so pretty.
I did totally do a mud mask today because I've been having crazy breakouts. So I'm like, let me get myself together. And I put on earrings for you, America. Other than that, I was like, nope, not putting on makeup.
I mean, I put on eyebrows and a little blush and some eyeliner and concealer and lipstick. Yeah, I put on makeup.
I'm like, that would be me. Oh God. Let me tell you about Chelsea. So we think of intro. She's like, okay, I found this one. So do you want me to tell you it, or do you want me to just tell you what to say? I'm like, so we're doing your intro is what you're telling me. I guess I'm not wearing makeup either, except these 4 things, but whatever. I made up my own rules.
9 things, and I didn't even list all of them. I'm wearing makeup, guys. The only thing I'm not wearing is foundation.
Oh gosh, I can't handle you. Oh gosh.
Okay, let me tell you guys about the year 2000.
Please do, Chelsea.
Some random facts. So the year 2000, the average price for a brand new home, was $134,000.
Get out of my face.
Yeah, I can't because you're right there.
You signed up for this friendship is what Chelsea told me earlier. Like, you're right. I signed the papers and everything.
No, I didn't say signed up. I said you agreed to take part in this friendship.
And then you said you signed
papers.
Papers.
No one's holding you here.
How did you get here?
No, nobody's supposed to be
here. Right? You're supposed to be inside.
Oh, that's a good song. Good point too. Okay, so let's see. They have the price of gold on here, but I can't afford gold now. So why would we rub it in that it's cheaper then?
Because I dropped bars that are gold and also chocolate dipped. Hey.
The retail price for a gallon of gas was $1.26.
Man.
Which now is much cheaper. I got gas for 89 cents.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's nuts. Because I've been doing the shopping, the rest of this actually pertains to me now, but I never did before, so that's funny. 5 pounds of russet potatoes was 79 cents. It's about $3 now.
Wow, inflation, America.
Spaghetti sauce was 99 cents for a 16-ounce jar. If you go to Aldi, it's $1.49. If you go to Meijer, it's $3.
Man.
And let's see, popular baby names. If you're 20 out there, your adult names.
Right.
Back in the year 2000, Jacob and Emily were popular baby names. Cake Pops were huge.
Which I did not realize. I was like, that's when those came out?
Forever ago, apparently.
Like, I did not start acknowledging them until like 5 years ago. I'm ashamed to admit. But also, I like cake in big portions, so I feel like that's why I ignored them. I'm like, you're not just giving me a little cake pop. I want the whole cake.
Also, it's barely cake because it's like
Right.
cake with frosting and it's dipped in, it's barely cake.
But they are good, though. They're pretty delicious.
Sorry, cake people, if you want to sponsor us.
Love them. Love you.
Happily take it. Happily.
Yes.
And then brown butter pasta was the dish people loved, which I'd never heard of.
Me neither.
But I looked it up and I sent a recipe to Stacey and I was like, but honestly, brown butter pasta kind of looks like fire.
Right, I'm about to learn this, and then when this is all done and we're off of lockdown, I'm gonna go to Costco. I'm gonna get me a man. I'm gonna make him some brown butter pasta. Okay.
That brown sugar skin. Oh.
Right? Oh, listen. Oh, so dramatic. We're friends.
Listen, you guys are getting the real right now.
Right, listen, like whenever I say my usual humble statements, you need to know that all of this drama, as Chelsea would say, is going on behind the scenes.
I really want drama to happen.
I am who I am.
Let's see. The St. Louis Rams were Super Bowl champs. The New York Yankees won the World Series, and the New Jersey Devils clinched the Stanley Cup. Sports.
Wow.
The most popular TV shows that aired in the year 2000. Number 1 was ER. Number 2 was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Bum, 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 bum.
With Regis Philbin on Wednesdays specifically. Number 3 was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? On Tuesdays. Number 4 was Friends. Number 5 was Monday Night Football. Number 6 was Law and Order. Number 7 was Everybody Loves Raymond. Number 8 was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Bum, 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 bum.
On Sundays.
Wow.
Number 9 was The Practice. And number 10 was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Bum, 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 bum.
On Thursdays.
Wait, so how many nights a week did it come on?
It came on every night but Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah, ABC was like, we have a hit, and Regis Philbin is a robot and is going to do what he can, so let's keep doing it. The one I remember is there was a very large gentleman on the show one time, and Regis was like, is that your final answer? And that's terrible, Regis Philbin, by the way, guys. Sorry.
It's better than your Vin Diesel. It's actually a lot better than your
Listen, I never claimed my Vin Diesel was good.
It just makes me laugh so much.
Dominic Toretto. Family. I can't look at myself while I do it. Family. It's about family.
Gosh.
So, but no, there was this gentleman and he was on and he was like, is that your final answer? And then he was like, yeah. And then there was the long, like, dramatic, lights. And then there was a pause. And then the fat man said, I'm a fat man. Regis' heart can't take it.
Oh, no. No.
Yes. And that's all I remember from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Ba, 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 ba. Wow.
Let's see what other facts I have, and then we can go into like stuff about us because that's kind of what our show's about. And 200 episodes in,
right?
We're killing the game.
Yes. Yes.
So snaps for us.
Yeah.
The average lifespan was 77.5 years.
Dang.
Google announced that it had indexed over 1 billion web pages. See, because back then, if you didn't Google to find your websites, you found your websites, and if you really didn't have any clue where you were starting, then you maybe tried Google, but it wasn't guaranteed you would have everything.
Correct.
Google was new.
Right? It's so funny when that meme came out. It's like I told my kids I was older than Google, and I was like, no, seriously.
Yeah, right? Like no, but actually.
Right?
But for actual,
I used both.
The movie Gladiator won 5 Oscars, including Best Picture, and Will and Grace won 3 Emmys, including Outstanding Comedy Series.
Nice. Karen Walker.
Love Karen Walker. So anyway, I sent Stacey some questions and I figured we can answer them for each other. If you are watching, hi, awesome of you.
What up? We're on Facebook Live right now. Yes. And then also, to find us on there, Reasons Why I'm Single. Find us on Twitter and Instagram with the same handle, RWIS Podcast.
Send us some messages, send us some comments about this, comments on this thing. And technology and Chelsea don't get along, but Stacey's phone works.
Send us pictures of your cute single friends so then we can, link up after this whole thing is over. I'm just saying.
So Stacey, how old were you in the year 2000?
I was 15.
14, 15, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And what grade were we in? We're the same age.
Exactly. So, because I was thinking about, I was like, all right, so we were in 9th grade, and the way our schools were, 9th grade was a part of junior high, so you had 7th, 8th, 9th as junior high, and then 10th, 11th, 12th as high school. So in 2000, we were in, when it turned 2000, we were in 9th grade, and then we went through an awesome summer together, and then we started our sophomore year in high school.
Okay, so then, yes, that is correct. Then I'm wrong, Stacey, on what we were doing for Y2K. Because that was 2000 going into...
Oh, good point. I'm just going to talk about it because it's awesome.
I just remembered what I was doing at Y2K.
And listen, I was talking to Chelsea. I'm like, it just hit me like 10 minutes ago. We were in the same place. And now that I think about it now, I'm like, oh.
We were together for 2001. And you guys, the story is on our podcast a lot. I yelled at my ex-boyfriend to go find his brother. Yeah. We were in Florida.
Or did I?
Or did you?
He was like, you're with someone new and I miss you and blah, blah, blah. I was like, you need to go find your brother. No one has time for this. And then I had my first kiss. Oh.
2001. Oh.
And then afterwards, I was like, whoa, you were my first kiss. He's like, high five. It was perfect. We were just friends. It was perfect.
He was a good guy too. What was his name?
Yeah. Awesome. What'd you say?
What was his name?
His name was John Carter.
Ding.
Hey, I like the name Carter. Not to be confused with Cartier, which I also enjoy. Okay, we get into some other things. So what was your favorite subject in school, Chels?
I was laughing because the stuff I wrote down was just mainly choir and marching band and drama, which then the next question is,
did you have any extracurricular activities?
Choir and marching band and drama.
I put my favorite class was English, and then for extracurricular activities, I put band, theater, and track because I had to track for some cool points.
Because Stacey was cool.
No, I was, nerd for life. Yes.
Listen, internal nerd, external fire.
This girl is
fire. I was with you, but I didn't want to sing it. Yeah.
I know. That's why I stopped. So then, we could each have our moment. Thank you to Zoom for making this possible. We appreciate your platform.
Thanks, Zoom. I didn't fight with you a lot to make this happen at all.
It's true. She did not. Her laptop did.
Yeah, I tried real hard to get computer powers.
Computer powers? Wind, fire, computer powers. Go home.
Go home, Sarah. We don't need you. How many times do we have to tell you your heart?
Right?
I thought you said hard drive.
And why did hilarious? And why did Heart always have a monkey? I never understood that. Why?
Because because PETA wasn't a thing. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, because didn't they have like a full-on outfit on?
Yeah, for sure. And also, Captain Planet was also wearing a crop top. So, like, live your best life.
If I had that stomach, I would too.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, Stacey. Let's see. Could you vote? We couldn't vote.
Nope.
But did your history or government class talk about it?
I do not recall, to be quite honest. I do not recall.
So my history government, I think it was just history, but my history government teacher, he actually had each of his classes vote. And
That's
so
awesome.
he's like, and then he like made basically he showed how, because one class had more people, like he explained the whole electoral college thing to us. And like, yeah. And so our class voted and Bush won, but then Gore ended up winning overall for the whole day. But for those of you who weren't alive or don't remember, Florida took a really long time during that vote to count their stuff.
Yep.
We didn't know who our president was going to be, and the difference in voting was 530, I think less than that.
Yeah, it was crazy close.
Super, super, super close. So literally when old people like us say every vote matters, it's because it freaking does.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't care who you vote for. Vote for who you want to vote for, but vote.
Honestly, people fought for your right to vote if you are not a white male. So
and suffrage sounds like a bad thing, but it's actually good.
You had to suffer. Sorry.
What kind of phone did you have, Stace?
I did not have one because I did not get my license until I was 18, and then that's when I got a cell phone.
100%. I didn't get my phone until I got my license, but I did have a family phone that we could take. So like if I had to get dropped off at dance class, then I could take the phone with me so I could call and let them know when I was done. Or like if we had a late band practice, then my brother got the phone. So we had a Nokia block phone, and he used to hate it because I would go to the mall and buy the covers that I wish I still had this phone. You could literally take it completely apart and put brand new covers on it because it wasn't like you had to protect the phone. Nothing was breaking this phone.
Right? They were made of steel back in our day.
Back in our day. And my brother used to always get mad because I would have the phone for like 3 hours and I'd put a pink cover on it. And then he'd be like, "Where's the original cover?" And I'd be like, "I like this one better."
Sibling bonding.
But I didn't get my own phone until senior year. And even then, we didn't have, like, the phone plan that we had for that family phone was 100 minutes for the whole month. So I would call Stacy and be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm calling from my cell phone." And then Stacy would be like, "You're fabulous." Legit things we so
Absolutely.
But like we would try really hard to talk very quickly, because if it got to a minute on the phone call, it actually charged you 2 minutes on your cell phone. And then now you've only got 98 minutes for the rest of the. It's crazy.
Banana boats.
And texting was not a thing. Texting wasn't a thing until we went to college. So.
Right? If you wanted to text someone, you did it on your graphing calculator when you were in the same math class. Nerds. I had that wasn't until my senior year of high school, but I had the best math class. I loved calculus, nerd. Loved it. And we, like, our little corner of friends, like, we had a ball. Shout out to real friend Bridget. What up, girl? Like, we had a blast.
Did you have a computer at your house by that point?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you have Presario?
Wow.
I'm surprised I remember that just now.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Proud of me too.
Did you have Napster? Did you download music?
No.
Neither did I.
No.
Neither did I. My friend, I need a boy named Stace.
Mark Green.
My friend Mark Green used to download all of my stuff on his Napster, on his phone, or on his computer, and then he got all the viruses.
Oh, I didn't start downloading music until college, and I used LimeWire.
Me too. And then in 2006, my college computer basically burst into flames from all of the viruses.
I'm trying to think when. Mine wasn't until after I graduated college. I think it was like '08 that my computer like died from all the viruses. It got the blue screen of death, and I was like, "What is this?" Yep, done.
That seems. Listen, oh man, I wish I'd grabbed it. I found one of my old burned CDs with all of the songs listed on it.
Listen, kids, because you couldn't just make playlists on whatever streaming platform, because that wasn't an option. Like,
that wasn't a thing.
You burn stuff on CDs, and then you would have like this encyclopedia, like this whole book of all of these sleeves of CDs, and that's what you would take on your road trips. And it was ridiculous. You didn't have like an aux cord that you plugged into different friends' phones. No, you had this whole freaking book, and you would send your parents to buy like these stacks of blank CDs so that you could burn all of your great mixes.
Oh, that you guys can't see it.
Nope, you can't. Well, put it closer to your face. There it is, blank CDs.
And then we would do this.
Yes, Chelsea Summer Girl Jams. That's exactly what you did. What was on Chelsea's Summer Girl Jam?
Also, I wrote in a circle.
Right, because you wanted to maximize the area.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Okay, number 1, Wild Wild West.
Wow, Will Smith. Look it up, kids.
This is my, full disclosure, this is my 2003 Summer Girl Jams. So, number 2, Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
What?
Number 3, Baby Got Back.
Obvi.
Number 4, Bitch by Meredith Brooks.
Oh, wow.
I'm a mother.
She was a lot of things.
She was so many things.
Right? But I mean.
Number 5, Boy Is Mine.
Oh, classic.
Number 6, Show Me Love by Robin.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Boo, 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 boo. I love you.
Oh,
I love you.
I wonder if this will still play.
We gotta
find Spotify. Number 8 is If You Want to Be My Lover.
Classic.
Number 9 is, I just wrote Spice Life, but I'm going to go ahead and assume it's Spice Up Your Life.
Every boy and every girl.
Oh, no, it's not. Because number 11 is Spice Up Your Life. I wonder what number 9 is. I'm gonna assume it's a Spice Girl song.
When I was looking stuff up last night, so they had an album come out in 2000 called Forever, but they didn't do any promo for it. And that was after they cut Ginger, apparently.
Yeah.
And so they had the song Goodbye on it. Goodbye, my friend.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if it's from that album, because I'm like, I have their first one in Spice World. Like.
Well, and then number 10 is Who Do You Think You Are?
Oh, that was
11,
my favorite from
Spice,
there.
I love Spice Girls. Clearly. Number 10 was Spice Up Your Life. Number 12 was Never Give Up on the Good Times. The up is stay up my
Never give it up now. Never give it up now. Yes, that was on my spring break mix for high school. Because with friends, we called ourselves the Fab Five. We went on a cruise together, and that was
who was in there? Was I there? No, I wasn't in there.
You were with your own friends having a, what was it called? Scare Fest? I wasn't invited. Scream Fest.
No, you know that I need a girl's name.
Carol Hathaway.
Carol Hathaway and I could not afford to go on spring break, so we went to one of those airbrush t-shirt places at the mall and made him make us a Sterling Heights spring break shirt with snowmen on it.
That's awesome. That is, I'm here for that. That is
so then
awesome.
The first day when everybody came back with their like Hawaiian airbrushed shirts, we were like, yeah, we got those too, and we didn't have to pay for an airplane.
Hilarious.
Meanwhile, we're like, We're gonna go. We were so
We didn't get the airbrushed ones because I remember being so excited that we could get matching shirts because that's what all the cool popular kids did. So I was just like, oh my gosh, we can do what the cool kids do. So we went to Senior Frogs in the Bahamas and we got these matching blue tie-dye shirts that said Senior Frogs. So we did not get the airbrushed ones.
See?
Plus I would laugh. My one friend, Neela Resgatra, she and her friends, they would go on spring break together. So then we were college roommates, Neela and I were afterward. And she would wear that shirt. I'm like, yeah, you ain't friends with half of the people on that shirt anymore. I'm like, yeah, you and her aren't doing so hot. Also, you and her.
Let's
Jerk.
Generation X. I think that's also a Spice Girls song.
Generation O. Pepsi. They were like the Pepsi, like
yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. The 14 says, "Come on." Number 15 is from Chicago. Good to Mama. When You're Good to Mama. Number 16 is Boys by Britney Spears.
Sometimes a boy just needs one. I'm sorry, a girl just needs one. My freshman roommates were obsessed with Britney, so
I was obsessed with that song. I really liked that song. Remix of Genie in a Bottle and remix of Oops, I Did It Again.
They have remixes.
And then the rock girl version of I Want You to Want Me from 10 Things I Hate About You.
Aww.
2003 Summer Girl Jams.
Come on, summer. Suburban edition.
I would like to point out that the very next album.
I was wondering, like, why wasn't 98 Degrees the first song?
It's because I had all their albums.
These are facts. These are facts.
So since we're talking about CD albums, like, I was trying to think of, like, albums that I actually owned. So obviously 98 Degrees, my one and only love. They're posting some new music tomorrow on the internet. I'm very excited.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I don't even know if it's new or not, but they're like, oh yeah, we've got new stuff. And I was like, maybe it's just a new video, but I don't care.
I miss you guys. Are you thinking of me? I'm thinking of you. I love you so much. How are you guys doing? How are all the kids? How's Vanessa? Obviously, she's married to Nick Lachey. Love Is Blind reference.
And then, like, Drew is, like, playing guitar in the sneak peek. Oh, so hot.
Who was your favorite, Drew?
Drew. Oh, Drew.
Drew.
What's really funny is my little brother's wife, my sister-in-law, is also a 98 Degrees girl, and she also was Drew was her guy too. So we decided the next time they come to town, we're gonna pay the money to actually meet them because she just wants to see what I'll do. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna cry. I also think because I took my 8th grade picture, which I have that too, because I've been going through stuff.
Right.
My 8th grade school picture, which we're going to spare everyone of that. But I was wearing my 98 Degrees shirt. I'm going to take that and have them sign that instead of, like, their poster.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
Also, how extra. Hi, celebrities. I love you, but I need you to sign this picture of me, but you're on my t-shirt.
Very you. Very you. You go up to a celebrity and say, okay, this is how this is going to work. I've been dreaming about this moment for years now, so. Oh my gosh.
The other 2 albums that I found that I know I bought were Writings on the Wall, Destiny's Child.
Yes.
And All the Way, a decade song by Celine Dion.
Oh, did you love it?
What?
Did you love it?
Love.
Oh, she's so cool. I remember reading in an article that Celine Dion, she was a surprise or a mistake, as her parents said. Like, they weren't planning on having another baby and Celine was born, so they would call her the mistake. And I'm like, well, good for Celine.
Right?
Right? Who's the mistake now? Killing it. In terms of albums, so I know I had the Writings on the Wall. Thou shalt pay thou own bill.
That's the thing that people don't know, is that, like, on the actual album, each song had actually it was at the end of the previous song.
Yes.
It would say a 10 commandments for Destiny's Child. So it was like, thou shalt pay thy bills.
Right, so at the end of the song, it'd say, thou shalt say my name. Say my name, say my name.
No one is around you. Yeah, freaking great.
So in terms of albums, that one for sure. Outcast, Stankonia came out. Yes. So B.O.B. was on repeat. That is still on my workout playlist.
We have specifically our 3 years of people in our high school were so into that song that it was really, really hard when we got dark, but when 9/11 happened and we couldn't play it at school and we had to because we were at war.
Yes.
It was insane because we all loved that song.
Right. Pop cult music, electric revival. Yes. And then Nelly's Country Grammar.
Yes.
You know, everyone liked what was it? Right. I'm from the Loop and I'm proud. But I actually like the song Batter Up. That was my favorite song from there because it had like the baseball kind of theme in the background. I enjoyed that. Right? Yay, sports. But in terms of favorite singles, so my brother had bought Sisqó's album and DMX's album. So on occasion when he's just like, oh, I'm not going to take it with me to school to listen to it on my Walkman, then I could take it to school. So specifically in 9th grade, I remember taking those CDs, and my favorite, I liked What These Want from
I'll say it, bitches.
Yeah. So I like that from DMX's album. Everyone else was obsessed with Party Up, was y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. But I liked What These Want. And then Sisqó, so everyone was on board for Sisqó, but Drew Hill, they were like the kings of the 90s.
Freaking Drew Hill.
Thank you. But I mean, when Sisqó came out with the thong song, I'm like, it takes a special type of R&B type of passion to sing a song about thongs at the end. Yo, breath, yo, feet, girl, please tell me, baby. Oh.
Da-da, da-da.
Right. Baby, make your booty go.
Baby.
But he has such a good voice.
I know. Literally, I remember that song would play on the radio, in the car with my mom, and she'd go, "Oh no," and I'm like, "But he's musically lovely."
Right, and it starts off with strings, boom, 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 boom,
right?
Boom.
And you're like, "Oh, look who's bringing some class to this ass."
And then, ooh, that dress so scandalous.
Oh God. The singles I wrote down. Hey ya, obviously. I mean,
that was 2000.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. At least I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe not. No, I think it was. But I just remember when we all memorized the clapping and the yes, and then the freeze and the so good. Real Slim Shady.
Yeah. And everyone was playing 6 Degrees of Eminem. Yeah, well, that house that just went up off of Shaner. Well, my cousin, he put in the countertops for it, and his boss is actually first cousins with Eminem. I'm like, y'all doing too much. That actual conversation happened in a class at one point. I'm like, y'all, Eminem is not thinking about you.
And then all of the boys dyed their hair blonde. It was bad. But my favorite single that I bought was Maria Maria from Santana.
Maria.
Remind me of a West Side Story. Oh. Yeah, sorry.
What up, Harlem? Specifically Spanish Harlem. What up, y'all? How y'all doing? Hope y'all are staying safe. We're praying for you. She's not wrong. For singles, so I put Destiny's Child, Independent Woman, because Charlie's Angels came out.
Yes!
I was like, that is one movie I was on board for. And then Pink came out. So
yes.
I like the song There You Go, Looking Pitiful, just because I let you go. And then
There You Go. Talking about
Most Girls wasn't my favorite song, but I just like the lead into the chorus, because sure you got a car, sure you got cash, sure you can pay your own rent. I was like, you better Okay.
I also have found Chelsea's Kick-Ass mix. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, I have a problem.
Oh,
I have the single from Pink. I have it. She has bright pink hair. It's amazing.
right?
Like,
so it made sense. And then when she went blonde, I'm like, what? Huh?
I'm confused.
Right? So do we call her blonde? I don't get it.
So what movies do you remember besides Charlie's Angels?
So it's funny because the movies that I remember, I know I didn't see them when they came out in the year 2000.
Okay.
So I was like, maybe I saw Charlie's Angels. I don't know. But I did for sure within the year see Miss Congeniality.
You saw that with me.
There it is. That would make sense. Because
we actually saw that, and I want to say Austin Powers 3, something like that, back to back.
Sure, I know we saw. It was me, you, and what's her name? Nurse Lily Jarvik, who went into the military and she's since retired. She's amazing, as are all the people in the military. But we saw The Mummy and we were obsessed. Well, you were obsessed with Egyptian makeup. We're like, oh my gosh, we're being like something Egyptian for Halloween next year. We're gonna do the gold, Stacey gold. Gold's gonna look great on your skin, and we're all gonna have the black eyeliner. You like planned it out.
I remember, you know what's so funny is because I was really, really not chubby there then, and I remember the whole time being like, I just have to lose like 30 pounds and then I can do that. And yeah, I know. Listen, if you happen to be in high school right now and you're watching this or you're listening to this, I promise you, everyone says it to you, but I promise you, you are amazing. You look amazing.
Yes.
And you should just wear what you want, dress how you want. This is the best.
Yeah. I mean, abide by your school's guidelines and stuff.
Right, but like,
but I mean, you're fantastic. You want to wear that bathing suit? You rock that bathing suit. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And same thing for guys too, because they go through a lot of stuff being athletes and whatnot. And and they'll be like, oh my goodness, like I'm not lean enough. I don't have enough muscle. Like, no, you are fantastic. It's okay for you to have goals, but just know that you yourself, how you are right now, you're amazing.
And all of those guys on TV that are in high school are in their mid to late 30s or 20s. So like you're doing it. You're living your best life.
Dude, speaking of TV shows, Boy Meets World, but we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Sean's girlfriend, Angela, she was like 40 when that aired, but you didn't know because she just looks amazing. So listen, the OC, One Tree Hill, none of them were in high school in real life.
The other movie was Bring It On.
I put that too. Yes. I said, Burr, you want to talk about early conversations of cultural appropriation? Bring it on.
I mean, let's be real though. Like, it is so much more in depth than it actually pretended to be. Like,
right? Like, shocked.
Like nobody was watching that thinking that, and then as an adult you watch it and you're like, oh dang, okay, let's just whitewash everything. Like,
man, it was like you walked away from it like, okay, bring it on.
Exactly. You don't realize that Hollywood's doing those kind of like little subliminal things. The other movies that came out that I wrote on Miss Congeniality and Bring It On. Center Stage, which I think is on Netflix still. If you like to dance, if you have any, it's so cheesy and terrible, but in the best way. And so Saldana is in it.
Like maybe 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's recent that I saw it. Because I'm like, did she get in or no?
You're like, what happened? And then also in end of 9th grade, Scream 3 came out, and I made a bunch of people, my dad made them all get permission slips. Then we came to my house, we watched Scream 1 and 2, and then we went to the movie theater, we watched Scream 3 with my dad, and my dad yelled at this bunch of kids that came in like halfway through and started talking.
Oh.
Where do I get it from?
I love it. From where does the apple fall?
Yeah. And gosh, I mean, look at Stacey, we've been chatting like crazy. Did you go to any concerts?
So I went to NSYNC.
Nice.
With a friend. We were in band together. She was in Color Guard. but I don't remember. I'm guessing it would have been like
Yeah,
that
no.
beginning of our sophomore year. But other than that, except for when our one friend, Jing Mei Chen, her dad had tickets to Elvis to the Max. So we're just like, well, we have to go because this sounds awful. So like our group of friends, we all went. You saw this Elvis impersonator, and then at one point, I don't know what year it was though, but at one point I saw Real Big Fish.
Nice.
But NSYNC was my first one.
My very first one was 98 Degrees.
Of course.
And then I saw them again with their next album, and then I saw them again with their 2000 album.
And again.
I've seen them. What we just talked about that. I see them a lot. It's a problem.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. That year, it's either that year or 2001. But I won tickets to 93.1 DRQ's Kringle Jingle.
Throwback.
I Googled it. I found the lineup. Are you ready? Okay. So, first person.
That was a huge deal.
Jay-Z.
Whoa!
Yeah. Big Pimpin'. Yes.
Wow. Listen. I promise you, like, the culture was here for everyone because Cisco with the thong song with the strings and then Big Pimpin'.
Right.
It's like, oh, what is this nice little jam? You know why? Mother, love them, need them, but I don't
need them. Take them out the hood. Keep them good.
Oh, man.
Talk about what's the reason. No.
I'm in the burp, mama.
Literally, this whole thing is just going to be us singing songs. Are you ready? 112.
Peaches and cream. I remember going to my cousin's wedding and like they played that at the reception and I'm like, oh dear, my parents are here and they can hear that.
Girl, you are so tasty.
Tasty.
City High. What would you do if your son was at home crying alone on the bathroom floor because he's hungry and the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money and his daddy's gone. So we're smoking right now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now. So for you, this is just a good time. But for me, this is what I call life.
Listen, this is what was played like on the radio.
On the radio.
Through it. We was like, woke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Craig David.
So listen.
Fill me in.
Yes, fill me in. So number one, a dear friend of ours, Robert Romano, he's always loved Craig David. Like till this day, he's like, Craig David's album is amazing. What people didn't realize was, what people didn't realize is that in London, Craig David was always thriving. Like he's still over there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so quickly, Jamie Lee Sigler, who is the girl from The Sopranos, apparently sang a song called Crybaby. Jessica Simpson, LFO, and Pink. What a freaking bomb concert!
That is amazing. It'd have to be a benefit in order to have all of those A-listers on there.
Yeah. Listen, we're Podcast Detroit is awesome. We are on a tight thing. We're actually like done. And we have so many other things to talk about. Thank you guys so much. 200 episodes.
Ooh, thank y'all.
We love you.
Kind of hoping we were not single for the next 200, but we'll see.
That's the goal. We'll have many stories next week. We'll keep talking about it. But thank you guys so much. Here's to another 200. Clink. And I'm Chelsea.
I'm Stacy.
And this is Reasons Why I'm Single. We'll see you guys next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh. Finger guns. I went with the deuce.